guys, it's your girl, yes, truly here again to give you episode 6. You're welcome. I missed you guys so much, but don't worry, I'm here to give you what you ought to know that you didn't know. So for this episode, I have something interesting for you guys. Did you know that you can practice accurate thinking? Yes, accurate thinking. And be wondering what it is. It's not, don't mind the big grammar. It's something very important that we need to know that is gradually leaving our society as Nigerians and as people living on earth. So, what is accurate thinking? It is simply your ability to separate facts from opinions. Yes, ability to separate facts from opinions. You being able to tell that this is what it is, and then you being able to tell, okay, this is what I think it should be. Like you being able to separate what is from what you feel it should be, or what they are supposed to be in your own opinion. So now, as we all know, we grow up with different forms of training, different stories from our parents, the way they tell us things, the way we feel they are, cultural backgrounds, cultural biases, and different things. Like people have different home trainings. People are being told different stories about different things. People have a lot of opinions about a lot of variety of topics, a lot of things that they have to say. But we should be able to differentiate between facts and opinion. What your father said is not fact. It is not necessarily fact because it's your father that said it and because you trust your father so much. So now, there are different dimensions to this. If someone tells you, the tortoise walks slowly because the tortoise shell is too heavy for it to lift its leg up, you know that okay, it might be your father that tells you that story, and then he cooks up a very big story about why the tortoise shell is so heavy, that's why the tortoise can't walk so fast. And then you'd be like, okay, when you now decide to go into an argument with someone else, and then you tell the person, I'm sure this is right, it is it, I don't care what you said, my father told me that it is it, and it is it. That is what it is. But you've not researched on why the tortoise walks slowly. You've not said, okay, let me go to other resources and check if this is actually fact. You base your arguments on opinions of other people. And that is what is killing our society. If you check it, baseless arguments just comes up, and then people just want to keep going, basing the arguments on people's opinions, hearsays. But now I've come to tell you that you can actually practice accurate thinking, getting your facts on your palm before engaging in any arguments. Not just arguments, just facts that will be important to you, things that actually mean a lot to you. Don't base it on opinions. Don't just listen to people because they are important to you and you trust them so much. You should be able to differentiate between facts and opinions. In a world today, you hear people say, you can't actually you can't get a job. Okay, it's definitely our parents that tell us this, or people around us tell us, if you don't read hard, if you don't study hard, if you don't come out with good grades after university, you won't get a job, you won't make money, you won't be successful. What are those? Opinions. They're just opinions. They are not facts. If you check facts, if you want to really know what the facts are, you make your research. You check the statistics. How many people have graduated with good grades and are working and are living living their dream life? And how many people did not graduate and are still living their dream life? You check it out, and you know your facts. You know that it's not true. But doesn't mean that you should fail and drop out of school. But still, you just know the facts. You know that this is someone's opinion, and you know that this is the fact. You are able to differentiate it. That is the most wonderful thing that can happen to you. And this is actually out of laziness. Sometimes it can be part of laziness. Oh, I don't want to go through the stress of wanting to know the truth. Let me just go with this opinion. I don't want to go and start researching. I beg, I don't have that time. I don't have that strength. He said it. I'm sure he's right. I'm sure it's true, because he's the one that said it. Whatever someone says, stick it at the back of your mind. It is just an opinion. They might tell you, oh, you're a loser, that's why you're always alone. You're a loser, and that's why you can't get anything done. Once you understand that this is just somebody's opinion, it's not fact. You look inward, and then you know that the fact is, I am not a loser, and that is certainly not the reason why I am alone. Once you know the facts, no one can tell you trash. Once they tell you, you know. That's left to them. They can talk however they want and how long they want. But you already know. And one thing again, once you're able to differentiate between opinion and fact, that is practicing accurate thinking, you'll be able to know what fact is important to you and which is useless. You'll be able to take the ones that are important to you, and then you throw away the useless ones. Or maybe you just keep it to one side. You don't need it now, but maybe you need it later on. And you're able to bring it up as a fact. Another thing you have to know is that there are free advices everywhere. Like everywhere. People will just come and tell you, okay, let me tell you this for free. They've told you this advice. But then you have the ability to practice accurate thinking by checking if this advice applies to you, or if this advice is actually a fact. People just like to say things. So let me just give you an advice. This is not going to work. This is going to work. Follow this step. Follow this step. Motivational speakers everywhere. But have you actually tried to check other resources, research on your own, and know what works for you best? So that's one thing you have to understand. The advice is everywhere. And if you want to seek for advice from someone, you know that this person is going to tell you from his or her own opinion, or he might even bring up facts. You have to, don't just rush and tell the person why you need the advice. Give him a scenario. It might not necessarily be you wanting the advice. Tell the person, okay, my friend needs the advice and all that. Because they might be biased when you tell them the situation on ground. They might want to favor you. Probably you bring up, you're having an argument with somebody. They might want to favor you. They might not give you advice straight from the way it's supposed to be. So don't tell them the scenario. Don't tell them the actual scenario. Bring up a scenario of someone else needing help, and then they give you advice, and then you know how to go about it. That's like the truth about everything, about accurate thinking. Now, there are ways that we can actually practice accurate thinking. Very easy steps. Number one, develop your own reasoning. You see, one gift that God has blessed us with is the gift of reasoning. That's what separates us and animals, humans and animals. We have the gift cognitive reasoning. Now, if someone tells you, oh, this is the way this thing is, oh, that's the way this thing is, your own reasoning should tell you, okay, is this right? Can this actually happen? It's not just basing your own facts from what people reason for themselves and bring to you. You also have the sense of reasoning, so you use it for yourself. You just jump into what anybody says. And then when they ask you, okay, so what do you think? Oh, I think she's right. And they ask you another time again, okay, what do you think about the situation? Yeah, you're right, just go with yours. You don't want to just calm down and reason for yourself. Have your own opinion about something. When someone tells you something, just tell the person, so why is that? Okay? So tell me why you think it's this way. What are you basing your opinion on? Have you actually checked if it's right? You reason for yourself. That's one way you can actually practice accurate thinking. Like I say, so never accept opinions of people as facts. Never do that. Whatever they say, don't just accept it as fact. Don't make that mistake. They are opinions until they are able to be proven as facts. Did you get that? They are opinions until they are proven to be facts. What I say is my opinion until they are proven to be facts. Simple as that. Yeah. So remember to analyze free advice before applying them or implementing them in your life. Yeah. Analyze it. As in, take your time. Don't be in a hurry to just receive advice or just. Our parents will give us advice. They will forever give us advice because they love us so much. They don't want us to go the wrong way. They want us to succeed. So they'll always give us advice. But you have to analyze it. Do not let trust for someone just blind you, that you just take whatever they say, whatever they tell you, just take it. No. Analyze that fact and make sure that what you have heard is the actual thing. Sorry, analyze the advice before you implement it in your life. It's as easy as that. So whenever gossip or slander comes in, just remember and understand that there will always be biased opinion. There's a song by Two Face. What's the song again? If nobody talks about you, then you're nobody. Okay, I'm going to stop there. That's just it. If nobody talks about you, you are nobody. So if you are somebody, someone out there is going to talk about you. But just understand, for you to have the understanding, you have to practice accurate thinking. But you understand that there will always be biased opinion. They're just mere opinion. You're not facts about you. Nobody can tell you facts about you more than yourself, more than your creator. No one. So the fact about you is different from people's opinion. They're just talking from their own point of view, from the way they view you. They've not come close. They're judging a book by its cover. They're judging a book from afar. They're from a far distance and they're judging the way you are. So they are mere biased opinions about you. So make sure you always find a proof before you jump into conclusion that it's a fact. Every opinion that comes to you, make sure that there's a proof that this is a fact before you believe that opinion. Always have a proof. Now you should also inculcate the habit of asking, how do you mean? Whenever someone tells you something, ask the person, how do you mean? It will always help you to find out if the person actually knows it to be a fact or it's just an opinion. Now, if you ask me, how do you mean? I'll tell you. Practice accurate thinking. Practice accurate thinking. Do your own research. Go to a number of resources. Find out if this is actually what it is. And not because you feel it is that it is. I've been saying it is so much, but it is what it is. So, I am assuring you that once you are able to develop the habit of practicing accurate thinking, you will definitely be successful. No one will push you around. You won't have baseless arguments. You would know things for what they are and not what they should be or what they think they are. Practice accurate thinking. I know that we shouldn't be living in the dark. This is the age and time where we have to be up to date with what's happening. We have to know things that we do not know, because knowledge is knowledge is power. Knowledge is power. So and ignorance is very expensive. So it's just the way this world works. And we have to key in line with the way the world works in order to survive. Of course, God is always there and His mercy is always endless in our lives. But still, There's no excuse not to know what you ought to know. Here is an opportunity to come and know one thing at least every week. One thing you didn't know. Even if you did know, you can also share with us, please. Guys, if you know something that you want me to research on and come here and give it to you in this very interesting manner, please drop it in the comment section too. I look forward to our next hangout video. Yeah, thank you guys for watching. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Bye. Don't forget to like and subscribe and turn up your notification button so that you know when next I post a video. Ciao.